Hello, and welcome to the 5th podcast of Modulate Mind Music, the podcast where we explore aspects of human experience through combining deep reflection and new music. My name is Isabel Heed, and I am a professional violinist and meditation teacher from Melbourne. This podcast explores a different theme each week. The format of the podcast begins with an explanation of the week's theme, followed by a meditation and musical interludes. Just a reminder that this podcast is designed to be helpful for any listening setting, whether you're on a daily commute, in a quiet room alone, around other people, whatever works best for you. This podcast is also in support to Modulate Music's live performance series, which involves professional musicians performing old and new music live alongside guided meditation interludes. Stay tuned for our upcoming events in Melbourne and around Australia. So the theme I'll explore for this week is the body, or more accurately, our experience of being embodied. The body is a fascinating thing to explore in meditation because of our powerful, almost instinctual association with it. The only thing I believe we could possibly identify more with than the body is maybe our minds. So we have this almost primal association fueling so much of our life experience. But what really is it? Is our experience of the body as obvious and as solid as we believe it to be? This is where the practice of meditation on the body can shine a light on this experience. As we explore our present moment of the body through the skill of focused attention, free from conceptual elaboration, we can start to see from our own first-person experience that the body is less tangible than we maybe formerly assumed it to be. This thing that we strongly associate with and hold on to for dear life is in fact constantly shifting, moving, ebbing and flowing. And this naturally brings up the question, what are we really holding on to? Rather than being a sad letting go, this realization that the body is in fact not the solid entity that we believe it to be can bring a feeling of relaxation and ease, as you are now just free to experience what is actually there. This freedom from constant conceptual elaboration is not only extremely relaxing for the body, but also freeing for the mind, as you are learning the new mental technique of experiencing what is actually arising, as opposed to your mental fabrication of it. Through this process, your mind will naturally begin to settle, and you may come into a state of balance between mind and body. But like all good things, this technique takes practice, as it is most likely not in our usual repertoire of experience. So without delay, let's begin. So for this meditation, I will begin, as always, with the cultivation of relaxation through awareness of breath. It is really important to always begin with this step when practicing meditation, as these days we're exposed to such a fast pace of life that we need to take special steps to let the mind and body calm down. We'll then go into the meditation on the body, which I will guide you through. In this meditation, we will be focusing on the tactile experience of the body and the various modes of experience within this field. Once we have explored this, I will then introduce the musical excerpt that will be from Modulate Music collaborating sound artist Abstract Source, a UK-based company run by sound producer Jules Dickens, Abstract Source creates music designed to combine sound science with traditional sound therapy, and is currently working on specific music to help people de-stress and get better quality sleep. For more information, you can visit www.abstractsource.co.uk. We'll now begin the meditation. You will hear the sound of the bell to mark the beginning and conclusion of the meditation. So, as always, we will begin the meditation by letting ourselves completely relax. Let all the muscles completely release. Enjoy the feeling of completely letting the weight of the body sink. I always like to aid this process by beginning the session with 3 deep breaths. With each breath, pay particular attention to the out-breath. The out-breath is the key to helping the mind and body relax. As you get to the end of the out-breath, let your mind be particularly still and quiet before the next breath gently comes in. Once you have released the body, it is then important to assume a posture of attentiveness, completely relaxed but ready to focus. Whether you are sitting, standing, or lying down, the most important thing is to make sure your back is comfortably straight. Also bring your attention to the muscles of the face, the jaw, the neck. Let these muscles soften. Your eyes may be closed or half open, whatever is your preference. As your body-mind system calms down, rest your attention on the gentle flow of the in and out breath, slowly building relaxation and stability through this attentive awareness. Now, before we begin our meditation exploring the body, we will take a moment to direct our minds for the task ahead. Our body, something that is so important to us and so integral to our experience. But how much time do we spend really exploring our experience of the body, understanding it? How much time do we instead spend simply taking it for granted? Maybe only noticing it when we have pain. The body is so influential to our experience, yet we spend so little time actually awaking to the direct, unelaborated experience of it. Realizing how unusual this opportunity is, take a moment to release all your concerns from the past and the future and direct your mind wholeheartedly to this practice. Now, as we begin the meditation focused on the body, we will now bring our attention to the field of tactile sensations, in particular the tactile sensations of the breath wherever they arise. Now you have other senses such as visual sense and oral sense, but for this present moment we are focusing all our attention on purely our tactile sense of the body. You may find in this meditation, as I eventually direct your attention to different parts of the body, an image of the body spontaneously arising in your mind. Try your best to simply ignore this image. This is not what we are interested in for this practice. Instead, we want to attend just to what is being presented to our tactile awareness. A sort of bare attention with no conceptual overlay or commentary. This may take a little getting used to, as it is not our usual way of relating to things, but that is the point of the practice. Now we will direct our mental attention to begin the process of scanning the body. First, direct your attention to the crown of the head. Observe any sensations that arise in this area of the body. You may experience a variety of sensations, including heat, cold, tingling, or maybe not much sensation. Just practice being completely present with whatever is arising, free from conceptualization. We will now begin the process of shifting our focal point of attention. Gently shift your attention from the crown of the head down towards the skin on the left-hand side of your head, keeping the level of the ear at the center of your focal point. You may even be noticing from the short amount of time we have been practicing that as your focus to the tactile sensations builds, you are starting to pick up greater subtlety of sensation. You may even be starting to notice how dynamic the body actually is. A constant flow of movement and sensation. We are now going to shift our attention around the head. Firstly, move your attention to the back of the head. Stay for a short while, then shift to the right side of the head, the right ear, and stay for a short while. You may even find it helpful to join this action with the breath. On the in-breath, focus your attention on the place of focus. And on the out-breath, move your focus to the next spot. Try this for a short while, shifting your attention back and forth between these three places. Now, gently shift your focus to your forehead and slowly move down the face from there to the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, and the chin. Remembering that if you find any images of the body arising, to gently let them go and hone back in on your bare experience of the sensations. Now expand your field of awareness to the entire surface of the face, noticing how you can sort of zoom in and out your field of attention. Now, we do not only experience tactile sensations on the surface of the body, we can also experience them from inside as well. So we will now take our experiment a little further to include the internal experience of the physical body. Now begin your plane of awareness at the face and practice slowly moving your awareness through the center of the head to the back of the head. Note any sensations that are felt, also what is not felt. Now, slowly shift your attention down the neck to the torso as a whole. Alike to the practice you have done with the head, begin at the front surface of the entire torso and practice scanning through the interior of the torso to the back of the torso, always using your breath to maintain ease in this practice. Notice how there is in fact a lot of activity happening in the torso. As your attention is getting honed, you may find you are picking up more sensory input. Something that you maybe previously did not notice is in fact jam-packed with activity. The body may be becoming an interesting experience. Now redirect your attention to travel down the legs, to the knees, the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Let yourself experience the entirety of the legs with your bare awareness. Now, instantly expand your field of attention to the entirety of the body, free from mental projections, your immediate felt experience of being embodied. Our concepts, thoughts, images about the body will always be limited in comparison to our actual experience. It is like to someone describing the experience of the beach compared to the experience of actually going to the beach. As I introduce the musical excerpt, spend some time being with what is actually there. Thank you for listening to the Modulate My Music podcast. I hope it has been beneficial for you and you have enjoyed it. If you'd like to write a review and subscribe for this podcast on iTunes, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you'd be interested in attending one of our live concerts, or you think you'd be interested in collaborating with us, please check or contact us via our website www.modulatemusic.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Modulate Music. Once again, my name is Isabel Heed, and you can join me again on next week's Modulate Mind Music's podcast, where we'll be exploring the theme of feelings. Look forward to sharing it with you then.